But I think this is really potentially the next step to making it even easier to bring funds on and take funds off of this platform and really monetize the performance that you have within these games. And so you could really see this take off because there's a reason for crypto to be in this platform and it's got a great team behind it. So,
hey fam, welcome back to another episode of Wagmi TV. Buckle up because today we're actually diving in headfirst into the exciting world of blockchain gaming, specifically the title that's been tearing up the charts, Off the Grid. So this futuristic battle royale is really taking the Epic Games Store by storm. And guess what? It's powered by blockchain. So as always, this is not financial advice, and please do your own research, though we think gaming could be the next great narrative and an awesome play here. So to kick things off, I'll send it over to Soham.
Yes, sir. Mata, thanks for the intro. Guys, it's been, 8 months of Bitcoin kind of ranging around, meme coins going crazy. And it feels like for the first time in probably 6 months or something, there might actually be something new and interesting to talk about in the blockchain space that's not a meme coin. So today we're going to be talking about a new game that came out last week. It's called Off the Grid. And really what this is it's looking like it could be, one of the blockchain games that really sets off a spark within this sector. We've talked about the blockchain gaming over the last couple of years on this channel quite a bit. Always harping on the fact that the blockchain needs to be second and the game needs to be good. The game just needs to be good so people actually want to play the game. And then after that, the blockchain can come in the background. And that might be what we're seeing here. So just in the first week alone, 5 days or so, here is the CEO of Avalanche on Twitter. So Off the Grid has done 5.5 million wallets, 53 million transactions. It's top 3 on Twitch, tons of gameplay. And what's really cool is it's actually built on top of Avalanche, the L1 blockchain. So obviously, it's like a first-person shooter. You guys can go check it out on your own. Definitely leave some comments if you guys have played it. Let us know what you think. But this is really, in my opinion, the first kind of time we're seeing a game that is a game first and uses blockchain as a tool just to make the game better. So, we can get more into how blockchain is being used within the game, but overall, just super exciting stuff. I think it's a really, really big development. And I think, it has the potential. As we mentioned, tons of investment has gone into blockchain gaming. There's tons of blockchain gaming altcoins, and it could be a real catalyst here coming up for that specific sector and for altcoins in that space. So yeah, I'll hand it off to Sia. He's going to go through a couple more kind of interesting tidbits on the game itself and kind of how it's performed over the next week. And then, yeah, we'll go from there.
Yeah, I love it. So some great points and appreciate you breaking that down. I think one of the biggest pieces in crypto gaming is like you said, building the game first, making it look like an actual game, making it fun to play, bringing audience right to the game. And then second is the blockchain, because obviously crypto investors are just going to be interested in, is the game good? Are people playing it? And is my bag going to pump when I buy it? So I think that's kind of always the biggest concern. And sometimes these companies get it wrong. So I think we'll start by showing in the Epic Games Store, it is the number one recommended new release right now. You see it right here in the number one spot next to a couple of other games. But essentially, why I'm showing this and why it's important is Epic Games is one of the most popular gaming companies of the last 5 years, right? Fortnite and a lot of other games that are kind of the battle royale style. And they've brought, a lot of different demographics to gaming. From younger ages to older ages, everyone plays, a lot of different age ranges play Fortnite. And we're seeing that the same with Off the Grid and some of these other games. So it's big time that it's in the Epic Games Store, right? That shows that you're already getting to the level of adoption of being inside of one of the major gaming ecosystems and studios. So it's getting the eyeballs it needs to get traction. And I think the second piece that's kind of causing it to get traction as well is that it doesn't veer too much away from what people are used to seeing in a battle royale style game, right? Apex Legends, Fortnite, even some of the Call of Duty style Modern Warfare battle royale. All this is looking pretty familiar to folks who have played battle royale games before. You got your loadout over here, you got your squad here. You can kind of jump around and have fun. Update your classes, all that. So I think that's another big piece of it too, is that it doesn't, like, yes, it's unique, and yes, it's a little bit different from obviously Fortnite and Apex, but it doesn't drift too far away where it's like having to relearn a whole new kind of gaming environment or gaming style. And so I think that that's definitely contributed to the early success of it. Easy to onboard, easy to start learning, and that's why people are doing it. And then the eyeballs are coming from things like the Epic Game Store and it trending on Twitter and all that good stuff. So definitely picking up some steam. But curious to hear the rest of your thoughts, boys.
Yeah, I think that's a great rundown. I think the big question for me is like, why bring in blockchain to this? Like, what's the reason to add in crypto? And I think it's a push to try and make the marketplace even more peer-to-peer. When you think about games like Fortnite or Call of Duty, it's really easy to bring your money in, buy skins, unlock different, pieces of equipment that you might have to play the game for hours, and instead you can pay for it, kind of a pay-to-play model. Whereas here, what they're giving you is really the option to take your money out of the game. Let's say you are fantastic at this game. You're able to rack up a ton of XP, whatnot, really gain a lot of clout within the game. That's something we haven't seen with these very popular Fortnite, Call of Duty games, is getting to extract value out for yourself. And so I think that's something that this changes. There has been examples of this. So within the Steam marketplace, which you can play Counter-Strike and a couple other games through, you're able to take your Steam balance off of the marketplace with some sketchy third-party sites. And so I think that was, one of the first steps in this game, or in this process of giving gamers the accessibility to their, funds that they have within the platform. But I think this is really potentially the next step to making it even easier to bring funds on and take funds off of this platform and really monetize the performance that you have within these games. So I think you guys nailed it. It's a very good game, solid game developers. They've been paying, I think, like Ninja, Tim the Tatman, the big streamers to play it, to draw in the audience. And so you could really see this take off because there's a reason for crypto to be in this platform, and it's got a great team behind it. So yeah, great rundown, guys.
In my view, like, everyone's messing around, focusing on meme coins, and a lot of these gaming alts are absolutely battered, right? Like, no one's paying attention to them right now. And all it really takes is one game to really, pop off and catch a lot of traction. And all of a sudden, you're going to see a huge re-rating potentially in all the gaming alts, right? Everything from, even the top running alts from last cycle to even a bunch of the new ones. So if you guys are interested in kind of our thoughts and like the gaming altcoin space, some of the technical analysis and some of the projects there, definitely drop a comment down below, because that might be our next video here. I'll leave it to Mata.
Yeah, no, I think you guys all nailed it, right? It all comes down to user experience, making sure we're getting the right folks involved, and then blockchain can really add a lot of additional aspects to that, whether that's community involvement and getting that community actually involved in the making and direction of the game, or some of the roadmaps that they put together, whether that is extracting value, some of the play to earn aspects, right? I think it is really exciting, but to the point that we've made for a long time, it has to be the game first. But that's essentially a wrap on this episode. We're more than happy to dive deeper into Off the Grid specifically. I know that's what we covered today. But of course, more than happy to dig into other areas of gaming as well. So if you're as pumped about blockchain gaming as we are, make sure to subscribe. Happy to dig into anything that you put into the comments as well. But until next time, keep exploring the cryptoverse, and Wagmi.